Once trusted by generations of hunters, these rifle calibers ruled the woods, the fields, and the ranges. But times have changed. Technology, market shifts, and modern ballistics have pushed some of these once great cartridges to the edge of extinction. In this video, we're revealing 7 hunting calibers that likely won't survive this decade, and the surprising reasons behind their decline. Whether you're a collector, a handloader, or just wondering what to avoid at the gun store, this is a list every hunter needs to see. Stick around. Number 3 is a round many hunters still swear by, but its days may be numbered.
Number 7.
Introduced by Winchester in 1895, the .25-20 Winchester, also called .25-20 WCF for Winchester centerfire, is a centerfire bottlenecked cartridge based on the older .32-20 case. Originally designed for small game environments, it was used in lever-action rifles like the Winchester Model 1892 and later in some bolt-action and single-shot rifles. Known for its light recoil, low noise, and historic roots, the .25-20 was once a popular option for farm use and training young shooters. Though no longer produced in large volumes, it's still reloaded and used by enthusiasts today. Bullet diameter: 0.257 inch, 6.53 millimeters. Bullet weight: 60 to 86 grains. Typical velocity: 1200 to 1700 FPS. Muzzle energy: 200 to 325 foot-pounds. Maximum pressure: 28,000 psi SAMI. Effective range: 50 to 150 yards, varmint/small game. Note: most factory loads are mild and low pressure, especially if intended for antique rifles. Key characteristics: low recoil and report. Very little recoil. Excellent for youth shooters or recoil-sensitive hunters. Relatively quiet compared to modern centerfire cartridges. Excellent for small game, ideal for rabbits, squirrels, foxes, and similar-sized animals. Can be accurate and humane with proper shot placement. Avoids excessive meat damage compared to faster rounds. Historically popular, common on ranches and farms for pest control. Used in early 20th century for small game hunting and target shooting. Who it's for: collectors of vintage lever-action rifles. Reloaders and custom handloaders preserving old calibers. Hunters pursuing small game at close to medium ranges. Firearms historians or Wild West reenactors. Firearms chambered in. .25-20, past and present. Rifle notes: Winchester Model 1892, most iconic platform for .25-20. Marlin Model 1894, classic lever action available in this chambering. Remington Model 25, early pump-action rifle. Savage Model 23, bolt-action field rifle. Single-shot customs still made by small gunsmiths and reproduction makers. Be cautious when shooting old rifles. Some pre-1900s guns may not handle modern pressure safely. Reloading considerations: hand loading is common, as factory ammo is rare and expensive, $2 to $4 per round when available. Brass can be resized from .32-20, though dedicated .25-20 brass is preferred. Use light bullets, 60 to 86 grain flat nose or soft points. Powders like Trail Boss, Unique, or IMR 4227 work well for subsonic and standard loads. Pros cons: low recoil, ideal for beginners and small game. Obsolete, limited factory ammo availability. Great accuracy at 50 to 100 yards, low power, not suitable for medium big game. Classic cartridge with rich history, expensive to buy, hand loading almost essential. Gentle on meat and ears, requires careful pressure limits in antique rifles. Current availability: 2025. Factory ammo: Winchester, Remington. Rare and seasonal production. Reloading brass: Starline, Winchester, available in small batches. Vintage rifles found at gun shows, auctions, and specialty shops. Modern guns, occasionally made as custom or reproduction lever actions.
Number 6.
Introduced in 1958, the .22 Remington Magnum was designed as a longer and more powerful version of the popular .22 Remington. Created to meet U.S. military interest in a small-caliber, high-velocity round, the .22 Magnum offered greater powder capacity and higher velocity while maintaining excellent accuracy. Although it was ultimately replaced by the .223 Remington, .222 Magnum served as a crucial stepping stone in cartridge development and remains of historical interest to reloaders, collectors, and ballistic enthusiasts. Ballistics and performance. Bullet diameter 0.224 inch, 5.7 millimeters. Case length 1.85 inch, 47 millimeters. Overall length 2.28 inch, 58 millimeters. Bullet weight range 40 to 60 grains, typical. Muzzle velocity 3,000 to 3,300 FPS with 50 grain bullets. Muzzle energy 1,200 to 1,300 foot-pounds. Case capacity 31 to 32 grains of water, more than. Max pressure 50,000 psi. SAMI. Ballistic profile, flat shooting, high-velocity varmint round with excellent accuracy and minimal recoil. Key characteristics: intermediate evolution. Designed to offer better performance than the .222 Remington, which was hugely popular with bench rest shooters. Served as a testbed for military trials, but lost out when the .223 Remington, based on it, was selected for the M16 rifle. Varmint Master, ideal for small game, varmints, and predators like coyotes, foxes, and prairie dogs. Flat trajectory makes it excellent for medium-range precision 100-300 yards. Excellent accuracy, consistent, and capable of sub-MOA performance with proper hand loads. Often used in bolt-action rifles with heavy barrels for target and pest control applications. Who it's for? Vintage rifle collectors and shooters. Handloaders seeking a unique, accurate, and flat shooting round. Enthusiasts of cartridge history and pre-223 development. Long-range varmint hunters and precision shooters. Firearms chambered in .222 Rem Mag. Remington Model 722-700 factory chamberings in early years. Sako L461 Vixen Finish Precision Bolt Action, highly accurate. Custom rifles often used in varmint and bench rest setups. T/C Contender/Encore available via custom barrels. Factory rifles are scarce today, and most examples are now considered collectible. Reloading information: brass can be formed from .223 or obtained from specialty manufacturers, e.g. Norma, Nosler. Best powders include IMR 4198, H335, Varget, or RL7. Great for 50-55 grain bullets, especially polymer-tipped varmint rounds. Use small rifle primers and beware of pressure in vintage rifles. Pros and cons: flat trajectory and pinpoint accuracy, obsolete, low factory support. Low recoil and great varmint performance, limited rifle options today. Reloadable with excellent results, brass can be expensive or hard to find. Historical and collector interest overshadowed by .223 Rem/5.56 NATO.
Number 5.
Introduced in 1978, the .375 Winchester was developed by Winchester Repeating Arms as a modern, high-pressure version of the classic .3855 Winchester. It was created for the then-new Winchester Model 94 big bore rifle, designed to offer greater stopping power for brush hunting, dense timber, and medium to large game within 150 yards. Although its commercial success was short-lived, the .375 Winchester remains a hard-hitting, straight-wall cartridge that's still popular among traditional lever-action fans, handloaders, and hunters in states with straight-wall hunting laws. Specification: value, bullet diameter, .375 inch, 9.5 millimeters. Case type: straight-walled, rimmed. Case length, 2.020 inch, 51.3 millimeters. Overall length, 2.56 inch, 65 millimeters. Bullet weight range, 180 to 260 grains. Typical muzzle velocity, 1900 to 2200 FPS, factory loads. Muzzle energy, 1600 to 2300 foot-pounds. SAMI max pressure, 52,000 cup, 38,000 psi. Factory loads are kept moderate for use in lever-action rifles. Key features: straight wall powerhouse. Offers performance on par with the 30-30 Winchester, but with much heavier bullets. Suitable for deer, hogs, black bear, and even elk within 150 yards. Qualifies as a straight wall cartridge in many hunting jurisdictions. Ideal for brush and timber hunting. Big, slow-moving bullets are less deflected by brush or limbs. Designed for hunting in dense woods, where shots are fast and close. Modernized classic based on the historic 38-55 Winchester, but with thicker brass and higher pressure tolerance. Can safely fire 38-55 loads with adapters, but 37-55 should not be fired in 38-55 rifles. Who it's for? Traditional hunters who love lever guns but want more punch than 30-30. Brush and timber hunters needing stopping power in close quarters. Handloaders seeking big-bore performance in a manageable cartridge. Shooters in straight-wall-only hunting states, e.g. Ohio, Indiana, parts of Illinois. Firearms chambered in Dahlia. 375 Winchester Model 94 Big Bore XTR, the original rifle chambered for .375 Win. Marlin Model 375, produced briefly, sought after by collectors. Custom TC Encore/Contender barrels still available from select manufacturers. Henry Big Boy X .3855, not factory chambered in .375, but some custom builds exist. Note, no current mass-produced rifles in .375 Win, but it remains popular in custom and legacy builds. Reloading info. Brass, available from Starline and sometimes Hornady or Winchester. Best powders: IMR 4198, H4198, RL7, AA 2015. Common bullets: 200 to 260 grain flat nose or round nose soft points. Must be safe for lever action tubular magazines. Use flat-nosed bullets to avoid primer contact. Pros and cons: excellent short range, big game stopper, obsolete, limited factory support. Straight wall cartridge equals hunting legal in many states, few rifles chambered for it today. Based on a trusted, proven design, must use flat nose bullets in tubular mags. Relatively low recoil for the power, expensive ammo if not hand loading.
Number 4.
.32 Winchester Special, also known as .32 WS or .32 Win Special, is a medium-power center-fire rifle cartridge designed for use in lever-action rifles, primarily the legendary Winchester Model 94. Historical background: introduced 1901 by Winchester Repeating Arms. Purpose: designed as an alternative to the 30-30 Winchester, offering greater bullet diameter and intended for hand loaders using black powder or cast bullets. Popular with Eastern deer hunters and fans of lever guns. Cartridge specifications: bullet diameter, .321 inches, 8.15 millimeters. Case type: rimmed, bottleneck. Case length: 2.04 inches, 51.8 millimeters. Overall length: 2.55 inches, 64.8 millimeters. Performance overview. Power level: slightly more powerful than .30-30 Win, but less than .308 or .300 Savage. Effective range: 150 to 200 yards. Game suitability: ideal for white-tailed deer, feral hogs, black bear, and medium-sized game. Trajectory: comparable to .30, but slightly more drop due to the wider bullet. Rifles chambered in .32 Win Special. Winchester Model 94, lever action, the original and most popular platform. Marlin 336, limited runs. Some modern single shots and custom builds also support it. Advantages: great for short to medium range brush hunting. Larger diameter bullet, .321 than 30-30, 308, delivering more energy at close range. Originally designed with cast bullet shooters in mind. Excellent in vintage lever actions with iron sights. Drawbacks: less factory ammunition available today. Limited bullet variety, .321 is less common. Trajectory and velocity not ideal for long-range shooting. Interesting fact, despite being designed for handloaders, 32 Win Special never reached the same popularity as the 30-30, even though it offers slightly better ballistics in some configurations.
Number 3.
.264 Winchester Magnum. Name: .264 Winchester Magnum. Introduced 1959. Parent case: 375 H&H Magnum via .338 Win Mag. Bullet diameter: .264 inch, 6.5 mm. Case type: belted bottleneck. Typical muzzle velocity: 3100 to 3200 plus FPS, 140 grain bullet. Primary use: long-range hunting, deer, elk, precision shooting. Recoil: medium to high. History: introduced in 1959 by Winchester, the .264 Win Mag was designed to offer flat shooting, high-velocity performance in the vein of the already popular .270 Win, but with the benefits of the 6.5 mm bullet. Initially chambered in the Model 70 Westerner, it gained a following among long-range Western hunters due to its high velocity, flat trajectory, and retained energy. However, it was quickly overshadowed by cartridges like the 300 Win Mag and, more recently, modern 6.5 mm competitors like 6.5 Creedmoor and 6.5 PRC. Ballistics bullet weight range: 120 to 160 grains. Muzzle energy: 2,800 to 3,400 foot-pounds. Effective range: 600 to 1,000 yards with the right load and rifle. Extremely flat trajectory and high retained energy make it ideal for long-range hunting. Flat shooting, little holdover needed out to 400 plus yards. High ballistic coefficient, BC, great for wind resistance and energy retention. Excellent for big game, performs well on deer, antelope, and elk with proper bullets. 6.5 mm precision, 6.5. 5 bullets are known for balance between recoil and penetration. Drawbacks: barrel erosion, high velocity equals fast throat wear, especially with older barrels. Overbore cartridge, less efficient than modern 6.5 mm options. Recoil, more than 6.5 Creedmoor or 6.5 PRC, closer to a 270 YBI mag. Ammo availability, less common today, often requires hand loading. Use cases: Western big game hunting, open terrain where long shots are expected. Mountain hunts, excellent trajectory and power at elevation. Long-range target shooting, capable performer out to 1,000 yards. Hand loading enthusiasts benefit from customizing loads for performance or barrel life. Note, the .264 Win Mag still outpaces all of these in terms of raw velocity. Fun fact, Winchester marketed the .264 Win Mag as a 7 mm Magnum killer, but ironically, it was the release of the 7 mm Rem Mag in 1962 that pushed the .264 Win Mag into obscurity. The 7 mm had heavier bullet options and a broader following. Is it worth it in 2025? Yes, if you're a hunter or shooter who values long-range performance and you don't mind hand-loading or moderate recoil, the .264 Win Mag is a hidden gem for shooters who want more punch than a 6.5 Creedmoor but don't need the blast of a 300 Magnum. Its performance is still excellent, but it's best suited for those who maintain their barrels and are okay sourcing or reloading ammo.
Number 2.
.280 Remington, aka 7mm Express Remington. Introduced 1957. Parent case 3006 Springfield, necked down to 7mm. Bullet diameter 0.284 inch, 7mm. Case type rimless, bottleneck. Typical bullet weights 120 to 175 grains. Muzzle velocity 2700 to 3100 FPS. Recoil moderate. Primary use all around big game hunting. History. Introduced by Remington in 1957, the .280 Rem was designed to bridge the performance gap between the .270 Winchester and the .3006 Springfield, using a 7mm bullet for a flatter trajectory and excellent ballistic coefficient. Originally known as .280 Remington, it was temporarily rebranded in the 1970s as 7mm Express Remington to boost popularity, but this created confusion with 7mm Rem Mag and the name reverted. Despite its excellent performance, .280 Rem never reached the popularity of its competitors, often overshadowed by the 7mm Rem Mag and .270 Win. Muzzle energy 2,700 to 3,200 foot-pounds. Effective hunting range up to 500 to 600 yards with proper optics and load. Advantages: excellent ballistics, high BC and SD from 7mm bullets make it great for long range. Flat trajectory, nearly identical to .270 Win but with heavier bullets. Moderate recoil, gentler than .3006, especially with lighter projectiles. Versatility, effective for anything from deer to elk and moose. Efficient in long-action rifles, great barrel life, good powder efficiency. Drawbacks, less popular than peers. Ammo availability can be limited in some regions. Confusion with 7mm Rem Mag. Naming issues in the past caused buyer hesitation. Not short action friendly, needs a long action like .30-06. Lacks factory load variety, fewer options compared to .270 or .308. Use cases all around big game cartridge, ideal for deer, antelope, black bear, elk, and even moose. Western hunting, excels in open country where long shots are expected. Mountain hunts, flat shooting with enough energy for tough game. Reloader's dream, massive bullet selection in the 7mm family. Compared to similar cartridges. Fun fact, the .280 Remington is often called the thinking man's 7mm for shooters who want excellent ballistics without the muzzle blast or recoil of the 7mm Rem Mag. Modern appeal in 2025, the .280 Rem is perfect for hunters who want a flatter trajectory than the .3006, more bullet weight than the .270, and a do-it-all cartridge without jumping to a Magnum. With modern bullet designs, it's enjoying a quiet resurgence, especially among handloaders and Western hunters. Related variants: .280 Ackley Improved. Offers increased velocity, up to 150-200 FPS more. Sharper shoulder angle equals more case capacity. Can still fire .280 Rem factory ammo, fire forms the case.
Number 1.
.220 Swift. Introduced 1935 by Winchester. Parent case 6mm Lee Navy. Bullet diameter 0.224 inches, 5.7 millimeters. Case type rimmed bottleneck. Muzzle velocity 4,000 to 4,200 feet per second, depending on load. Primary use varmint and small game hunting. History: the .220 Swift was introduced by Winchester in 1935 and immediately set a world record for velocity, reaching speeds over 4,000 feet per second. At the time, it was the fastest commercial cartridge ever produced, a title it held for many years. Winchester initially chambered it in their Model 54 bolt-action rifle, and it quickly gained attention for its flat trajectory and long-range accuracy. Ballistics bullet weight range, 40 to 60 grains. Typical muzzle velocity, 40 grains, 4,200 plus FPS. Effective range, up to 500 yards. Varmint, 300 to 400 yards. Ethical hunting. Its speed delivers very flat trajectory, minimal wind drift at moderate ranges. Devastating terminal ballistics on small game. Advantages: incredible speed. Few cartridges rival its velocity. Flat shooting makes it easier to hit small targets at long range. High accuracy, especially when paired with light, high-quality bullets. Ideal for varmints, prairie dogs, groundhogs, coyotes, and other small to mid-sized pests. Drawbacks: barrel erosion. High velocity equals faster throat wear. Not ideal for high-volume shooting. Overkill for some game. Extremely explosive on small animals. Not meat-friendly. Not great for reloaders. Fewer modern rifles chambered in .220 Swift today. Brass can be harder to find. Louder than average. The speed comes with a significant report. Use cases: varmint hunting, ground squirrels, prairie dogs, coyotes, foxes. Target shooting, precision long-range target shooting. Collectors and enthusiasts, historic value and nostalgia for speed demon reputation. Note: while the Swift can take down medium game like deer with proper shot placement, it's generally discouraged due to light bullet weights. Fun fact: the .220 Swift was the first commercial cartridge to exceed 4,000 feet per second, and it still competes with modern calibers nearly 90 years later.